I found a new way to farm skill points in Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and this way is for sure the best way in the entire game. I strongly doubt. Now, the last way that I thought was the best was Fort Kalin, and it turns out there's a glitch you can abuse that'll make it even better than that. So, in order to do this one, we're going to need a few different perks, and other than that, you'll be able to do it actually early game. So, it is still Fort Kalin. So there's something we can change there in the farm that's going to be totally insane. It'll literally double the amount that we get from doing it. So before we do that, though, important to know about, there's some things you can do here in order to make it even better. So depending on where you are in the story. Now, this first one is if you're past the point where you rescued Z. There's a mission in the main story called Rescue Z from Lucra Hulk. And then afterwards, you can go back to the saloon. And then Z will be up at the top of Pyloon's Saloon. And you'll be able to go up through here. And if you have data discs, you can go over to Z and talk to him. And then afterwards, talk to him again. Skip it all. Talk to him again. And then you can shop. Now, at this point, you can buy these special perks. And one of these perks that you can buy is this one right here, Wisdom. And you'll make you gain more experience from defeating enemies. It costs 5 data discs. So if you happen to find the data discs, then you'll be able to get this. You can look up guides for how to find them if you need them. All right, so then after that, you get more experience from doing this. Now, if you get that, plus do what we're about to do, guys, it's so bad. It's crazy how fast you're going to level up. Like, so it's still going to be Fort Kalin. And it's going to be similar to what we did last time, but it's going to be literally twice as much XP in the same amount of time. So we'll get 2 skill points every single minute. So from here, in case you've never seen this before, now this part, if you've already know where Fort Kalin is, you don't really need this part, but I want to make sure that anybody can follow this, because I know there'll be new people watching this every single time. The Fort Kalin is in this direction from the main town, and it's going to be this one right here. This is Fort Kalin. So from town, we just go south. So it's actually faster for me to do this than it is to go on a mount, but at the same time, mount will let me take a shortcut. So you can get here once you've gotten the mounts, if you've gone enough through the story to get a mount. Otherwise, you'll have to go around a different way, maybe. But you can take a mount, and you can take it right behind this building. And maybe there's a way to just jump up. Actually, I think this literally is a joy to jump up right here, so we don't even need a mount. Either way, though, you can get up here, and then from here, you're going to head over this way. I'm just showing you how to get to Fort Kalin in case you've never done it and you're new. You know, you just bought the game recently instead of one of the people who's been playing for 100 hours. So you go over this way, and once I get over here, I'll open up the map now. So we get over to here, and then now we're right here. So there's the town, and now we're right here. So now there's a skinny path we're going to follow in order to get into Fort Kalin. I know the first time that I tried to find Fort Kalin, I was very confused about where it was until I realized it was just a path here. Now, there's a shortcut there you can activate in case you ever want to come up that way. There's enemies here, but if you come through, you can just ignore them, basically. And then you run through, and there's going to be the meditation point. All right, now we're back to the same old grind that maybe you saw in my other video. Now you're thinking, okay, this is going to be what, the exact same thing. Well, it turns out there's something really, really funny and interesting. So this one's really a shout out to a comment on my previous one from Remic7275 on my YouTube, okay, on a YouTube comment. And this guy had something to add to it that was really interesting. So he didn't actually have the exact thing we need to do. Hold on, I'm actually dying here. Let me get up and rest again. So this guy was saying that if you use the force lift ability, you can basically glitch your way up there, and then you can force lift them up and then shoot them with a pistol in order to get them fall off. And apparently if you hit them at all with any kind of damage before they fall, well, then they'll give double XP. Now, the way that this person described it, though, was not the ideal way. Just upon realizing that happens, I was able to immediately figure out a better way for you to do this. So what you're going to want to do now in order for this to happen is we're going to go back and we're going to look at our skills. There's actually some skills we'll need now. So in order to do this at all, we're going to need the same thing as the last video, which you're going to have to go to Force, and you're going to get Wrenching Pull, Twin Pull, then Unrelenting Pull. And then ideally, you're also going to get Attunement, Lucid Attunement, and Enlightened Attunement, just so you have more force, more wiggle room to do stuff. But then, where things get really interesting is you go over here, and if you've gone far enough to get the blaster, which I highly recommend before even trying to do something like what we're going to do. You'll figure out your own method if you don't have the blaster, basically. So what you'll be able to do here is you can get Flying Lunge, and then you can get Blaster Cooldown, and then you can get Improved Clip. And if you get Improved Clip, then there's something we can do to make this consistent. It always works. We'll get double the XP of last time, but we'll get 2 skill points every single minute. So once you have all those, you'll have enough ammo to do what we're going to do here. Now, if you really want to commit to this, change your difficulty too. So open up the settings, go over to gameplay, and change it to story mode. But I don't even need to do that, actually. So you can actually do it. You just need these droids to be weak enough to die to the blaster. So really quick, in case you aren't familiar, right over here. So if there's the meditation point, there's this building here. You're going to walk over to it, and you're going to double jump up to this, okay? Then you're going to turn around, and you're going to walk casually up to here. And then from here, you're going to jump away from the ledge and then back towards the ledge. So away and then back towards it. I kind of messed it up really bad there, but let's do that again. So you're going to come up here, and you're going to jump away from the ledge and then back up. And that'll let you climb over. Then you look at these droids. You look right and then left, and then right and then come left. And shoot. Wait a little bit between each one, so that way you don't shoot at one of the dead bodies. Now, you're going to kill all of them like that. But you have to go fast enough, because once you touch that roof down there, that little half roof down there that we jumped up from, these guys up here will start moving over to this position. So you have a limited amount of time once you jump on that roof. So if you miss the jump enough times, then you're going to have to reset, basically. But, okay. So then, once that happens, what we'll do, we'll go over here and we'll force pull them, just like in the last video. You'll press it and hold when they're coming across the bridge, and when they're close enough, it'll pull like the last video. But now there's one small addition that's going to change everything. So right as they start to fall off the ledge, you're going to press the button for the blaster. You're going to let go of the force pull and press the button for the blaster. And this will pop them in the chest with a blaster shot, which then makes them give double the XP. So now let me show you how this actually looks in practice. So you're going to rest. You're going to get up. You're going to go over to here. If you have your dash, do this to go faster, just to save time. Go over to here, and then jump away, and then up. Like that. And then blast. Just give it a little bit of time between each one. I missed a shot, which is not good. And then get that guy. Now run over to this area. Pull them off. Oh, that didn't go perfectly, but maybe this one. Like that. Like that guy. Although I did it too late. I was too slow, so they weren't in the right position. The first guy still died. Alright, so let's reset. And then do this again. And do this the right way now. So, go up. To here. Jump over to here. Jump away forward. Start blasting. Alright, then get over to here. Or right over to here, these boxes. Pull them and then blast them. Whoops. Pull them and then blast them. And that should get them both. Although the first guy, I accidentally pulled him a second time and it stopped his fall. But you see that one guy? That one guy gave me a third of a level by himself, at least. If not, like half a level by himself, basically. So now let's do this again. And let's try to get actually both of them so you can see how big that skill bar gain is. Alright, get all those guys to stand in front of these boxes so we don't accidentally shoot the pole. Pull the guy off and wait. And pull the guy off and shoot. Look at that. One and then the other. So basically almost a full level with a single rotation of this. That was about 20 to 30 seconds in order to do that rotation. If you get really fast, you can get it less than 30 seconds on each rotation. And then jump up here. And I'm almost at max level. If you're at a lower level, doing this will give you probably like 2 levels if you're at like the lowest level. Alright. Alright, and then come over to this. Pull him off and shoot. Up. Oh, we still got him, though. This guy's being weird. He's not coming across. There we go. And there we go. Another skill point. So that is insane, guys. That is, just by shooting them, you basically double the XP gains. You get 2 skill points per minute. As you get closer to max level, it'll be more like a skill point and a half per level. But at lower levels, it'll be like 3 skill points per level, honestly. So that's crazy. Now, if you don't have enough skill points in order to get these initial things that you need in order to do it consistently. So like, you don't have to use the blaster and shoot those guys. You only need it to shoot the guys who are falling down. You don't have to kill the droids. But if you don't, they'll shoot you, interrupt you and stuff, and just make things really annoying. So that's why I prefer to get the improved clip. That way you have enough ammo to do everything. So you'll still need 3 points there. You'll need to put, you know, ideally 5 points right there, and then another 5 points or 6 points over here. So if you don't have that and you need those initial like 10 points and don't want to spend like an hour trying to get them some random spot, let me show you another spot that you can go that will be also really fast. There's actually multiple options. I can show you a couple things. So there's one right here that you can do just right on this planet where you can go, and it's pretty slow, but it's okay. You go to the Basalt Rift. If you have the blaster, it's a little bit better, but even if you don't, you can just go here, and there's some enemies right nearby that you can farm over and over again. And then after this, I'll show you one that's a lot better if you've made it to Jeddah. So you can go here, and you can literally just jump across. If you have the blaster, you can just fire at these guys. If not, you just jump across and then, you know, actually go kill them. And then you just come back and like reset over and over again, which is not that great, honestly. But then there's a much better one later on that you can do that is going to be on Jeddah. So you'll just fast travel over to the Manus and change planets over to Jeddah. All right, once you are on Jeddah, you can fast travel, get to the nearest meditation point. You're going to want to fast travel to the, it was called the, oh, here it is, Halls of Ramvel. There's so many places now. Halls of Ramvel. Go to the Halls of Ramvel if you need those first few skill points. And it's a really, really fast farm here, for, you know, basically it's a really fast farm if somebody doesn't have any skills yet. So you'll get to this. This is pretty early on in the game. So there's this meditation. You just head over to here, and you look down here, and you just force push, force push, force push, and then you just repeat that. And you can do that until you get the first skill points that you need, so that you can get all the skills you need in order to farm the one that I showed you. But yeah, you'll just rest and repeat. Go over here, force push, force push, force push, and then repeat. And then do that, get all the things you need, like whatever it was, 10, 15 skill points, whatever I said, 16, I don't remember. And then you'll be able to get all the skills. Then you can go and farm the other guys at the fort. So there you go, guys. That one is the new way to farm it. So hopefully this covers everything. Now, I don't know if there will ever be a better XP farm than that. That is, but just by adding on that technique of getting those extra skills and then shooting them that way when they fall down, doubling your XP, it's unbelievable, man. Like twice the XP. Double the XP makes it so you get early on probably 3 skill points per minute, and then later on it slows down to 1.5. So we'll just say 2 skill points per minute, basically. So there you go, guys. The 2 skill point per minute XP farm in Star Wars Jedi Survivor.